Alright gang, today I got my three favorite weapons right now in Resurgence. I want to cover each weapon, bring them to the firing range, show you the recoil profiles and stuff like that. This is all for Warzone 3 right now, Resurgence Season 2 Reloaded. This is after Fortune's Keep update, and as of, today's the 18th, February 18th, so as of today, all of these guns absolutely slap. So we're going to go and start right here. This is my WSP-9. I call it the Uzi. I run the L4R flash hider, the WSP Reckless 90 barrel, 50 round mag, the MK3 reflector optic with the WSP classic factory stock. A low recoil gun, but it has a high visual recoil. I know that's kind of sounds silly when you put it that way, but you'll see exactly what I mean. So every time I test a gun, I aim at the bottom. Don't touch the joystick and let it rip. You can see the gun legitimately controls recoil itself. It has a spot after the first 6 shots or so where it hits almost just like on top of each other, goes up another 2 shots, and then we have a super tight spread. With that being said, it's a vertical recoil. We're pulling straight down, then towards the end, this part of the spray, we just kind of want to mimic that. So we're just going to be down and then slightly to the right, which is going to be absolutely lethal because this thing rips. Like, the damage profile on this is crazy. So being able to land those first few shots is nuts. It's also a pretty solid sniper support too. I can't knock this gun. The mobility is like a little bit chopped with it, nothing too crazy, but this visual recoil you see, like the gun bounces a lot, but the recoil itself really isn't moving that much. So it's really just a matter of getting used to like the actual feel of this gun. I know that sounds crazy, but a little bit of rotational aim assist, and some practice in the firing range like this, just kind of getting used to it, and you'll absolutely be frying, especially on Fortune's Keep, man. Sheikah Island, Fortune's Keep, any of that. I would definitely even use this in ranked. I know there's a lot of options right now with really fast CTKs or fast fire rates. Sometimes not having the fastest fire rate might work in your favor because these guns hit like trucks, dude. Hit the headshots and we are putting people down 100%. So the first class WSP-9. The next two are going to be together here. We'll actually back out so you can see them. We have the MTZ 762. This is absolutely my favorite long range option right now. And then we have the AMR9. Still, as of right now, probably my favorite secondary in Warzone. It's got to be. I mean, the mobility is absolutely insane. This thing is tiny. Fire rate's crazy. Recoil's crazy. We'll cover that. But both guns are solid. On the MTZ 762, we got the VT Spitfire suppressor, the MTZ Precision Blackthorn, 30 round mags, Corio Eagle Eye 2.5 optic, and the EXF close quarters assault stock. We pair that over with the Tectonic micro integral suppressor, the MK3 reflector, Demo D50 buffer tube, 50 round mag with the Seiken ZX grip. Let's bring these into the firing range. This first gun right here is going to be the MTZ. Really not too crazy of a recoil pattern. It's really just up to the right. It's a lot like the AMAX. I mean, like a lot like the AMAX in terms of the recoil pattern. So we go here. I mean, that's nuts. It doesn't shoot super fast, but again, when these guns, you have guns like this that are pretty accurate and they don't shoot that fast, boy, do they absolutely just fry. So if we mimic this pattern, you know, obviously pull down the first few shots, we don't have to worry about too much recoil in terms of left and right, and then we just kind of focus down to the left. We shouldn't have any problems. Throw some rotational into the mix now, and we got something that absolutely beams, close and far. Absolutely insane gun. And then we're going to switch to the AMR9 right here. This gun's nuts. I want to break this recoil pattern down. I'm going to shoot 2 back to back, side by side, so you can get an idea of what's going on here, because these first few shots are squirrely. So all right, here we go. Your first couple shots hit low, and then the gun bounces a foot, and then it goes up, and then it like winds down. So this first initial jolt you have to be ready for, because when you're shooting, you're gonna be like, oh man, it's gonna pop over. The only thing I can recommend using this gun up close, most guns I try to aim like somewhere in here when I'm shooting, especially with like this gun, with it being a laser beam. I want to aim high chest, so when I'm hitting shots, I'm like clipping foreheads, you know what I mean? This gun though, with how aggressive that bounces, I'm aiming just a touch lower on the body than I normally would. So when it's time to rip, I am getting those added headshots into the mix after the initial recoil. But it's going to be really important to hit your first few shots with this gun, because then it will balance out. It's stressful. It's definitely a weird gun to use right now, considering like the HMR9 is extremely accurate. But the damage profile and the mobility is what makes this gun, like, in my opinion, the best secondary. It's how fast you can move around with it and still be able to shred out and not really have any complications. Hectic recoil pattern, but highly manageable, 100%. Listen, gang, if you are new to the channel, enjoy the content, man, slap that sub button, crush that like button, and I will catch you all tomorrow for another heater. Let's get it.